a course if the person I give it to doesn't end up actually taking my course. So that's why usually money is an effective solution for this, because if somebody pays 10 bucks or 100 bucks or whatever, they're more likely to actually engage, right? But if they get it for free, they're less likely to engage. So I need you to give something up, and that could be showing your face or your voice live on YouTube. That is enough to show me that you are serious. Yeah? So give me a moment. I'm going to open up my chat and I'll explain exactly how this process is going to work. Okay? I need to go to YouTube. 1 second. YouTube. Go to my channel. Look at my live stream. And next time, I'll give you guys more notice about this. This is something I'm going to start doing like once a week. Okay? So, let me explain how this process will work. Just give me a moment. Also, say hello if you're here. And I need to go to my Udemy courses, because these are the things you guys are going to be getting for free. And I have 3 paid Udemy courses. All right? Let's see. Are we good? We're streaming. Health is good. We're live. Awesome. Going to go to my instructor. And here we go. Okay, so what courses do we have? There's 1, 2. Basically, there's 3 paid courses that I'll give away for free, including my dropshipping course. Okay? But, let's see. Ba-na-na-na. I guess I should probably figure out something to talk to you guys about until more people join. Because in order to actually get one of the courses for free, you're going to actually have to join this Zoom room, right? So if you look in the description of the YouTube video, there is a URL for a Zoom room, right? So what will happen is you join this Zoom room, and then you show up on this call right now. Like, I'm in a Zoom room. I'm the only one here, as you can see, but that's going to change when somebody joins. And all you have to do to get any of my courses for free is join this call, and then tell me why you want the course, and I'll give you a free coupon specifically to you. And there's no catch. Well, I guess the catch is that you have to actually have the balls to join a live stream and at least show your voice. You don't have to show your face. That's okay. You can use no video, but you have to at least show some audio. Okay? So I guess now I can start overviewing the courses that you guys can get completely free just by joining one of my live streams and telling me that you want one of these courses. Okay? So first, let's go over the dropshipping course, because this is the bigger course, right? Let's open up a new window here and go to Udemy. And I'm going to search for Jack Pittman drop shipping. Look at that. David Wu's course comes up first. That's pretty funny. Ha! Here we go. Okay, so this is the course. This is the sales page, right? But what I want to show you is the actual content of the course. And again, you can get this course completely free just by joining this Zoom room and telling me that you want it. All right? But what's in the course? Because it's not, I've updated the course, but as you guys know, I'm no longer drop shipping. That being said, there's a lot of information in here that is useful, that a lot of other fuckers on YouTube and on the internet are going to try and charge you hundreds or thousands of dollars for. But you don't need to pay that. You never need to pay $1,000 for information. You can almost always get it free or way, way cheaper, right? So let's overview this real quick. Hello, how do I pronounce your name? I'm looking at the live chat right now. Mao Chao Ziad. Mao Chao. Is that Chinese or Moroccan? I assume you're Moroccan because a lot of people with foreign sounding names who follow me are Moroccan. But Mao Chao, that part sounds Chinese, but I think I'm mispronouncing it. I think you're Moroccan. Let me know. Anyway, so what's in the dropshipping course? There's a lot of information here, so let's go over it lesson by lesson. First, we have the introduction. This tells you how to use the course. I explained that my dropshipping course isn't a step-by-step guide about how to dropship. My dropshipping course is an introduction so that you can feel like you are an experienced person in the industry, right? That you know, okay, this is a strategy people use. This is how things have changed. These are the typical problems people have. This is how people get virtual assistants. This is how people deal with returns. This course is designed to put you in a position where you are well educated about drop shipping in general. I'm not holding your hand and showing you exactly how to set up a step-by-step drop shipping business, because the reality is, if you need your hand to be held, you are not going to be successful as a drop shipper. Drop shipping is incredibly competitive, and it is very, very unstable unless you own the rights to the products that you're drop shipping, okay? So you can't expect that if you just drop $1,000 on a course and it shows you exactly what to do step by step, maybe that will work for a little bit of time, but ultimately the industry is constantly changing. So don't listen to anybody who tells you that they have an established system that works for everybody, because the reality is that system is convincing people to buy a course and earning money off that and not really caring that the system that used to work for drop shipping isn't as relevant because times constantly change, okay? It's really important that you guys understand that regarding drop shipping courses. All right. So Ayub says hello. Rajesh says hello. Alejandra says hello. Aaron says hello. And Machal says hello. And he's from Morocco. Nice. So drop shipping on eBay is possible, but it's different now, because in the past, you used to be able to just drop ship straight from Amazon and Walmart and these kind of retailers, right? When I used to drop ship, I would call eBay and be like, hey, I got this problem, and I source from Walmart and Amazon. Usually Amazon, because they have 2-day shipping. It's really fast. My customers like that. And the eBay rep would be like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got good feedback. Okay. Yeah, they didn't care back then, right? Times have completely changed. It's not the same anymore. That's definitely true. Basically, you can dropship from retailers like Amazon or Walmart, but understand that doing this is against eBay policy. So to accurately answer the question, can you dropship or can't you dropship? Well, you would have to know what sources you're using, because that's basically what it boils down to. Where are you sourcing your products? If you're sourcing your products from Amazon or Walmart or a retailer like this, then yeah, technically to get in trouble later and get banned. So like, are you looking for like a couple month kind of deal? Yeah, you could totally drop ship from Amazon or Walmart or something like that. But if you're looking for like long time stability, that's not an option, because again, it directly is against eBay policy. And this means that whenever you talk to them, you can't say where you're sourcing your items from. You have to lie about it, or you have to say something else. You have to avoid the question. That becomes really problematic, especially when issues start coming up or you get feedback that make it obvious that they're like, hey, this person sent me a box from Amazon. Well, it's obvious to eBay at that point if they look at that feedback what you're doing. So you have to be really careful. But that being said, there are legitimate sources that you can use as well that hide the invoice, give you an agreement that you can show eBay that eBay will allow you to dropship from. Okay, that's the clarification that you got to understand, is that you have to use legitimate sources if you want to drop ship on eBay and have eBay be cool with it. Okay, you got to use sources like, what are the websites? There's like China Brands, Tmart. There's like 4 or 5 different ones, and they're kind of like retailers, except they hide the packaging. And they even in some situations will put your brand or your name on the packaging. So when the eBay customer receives the package, they are able to just they don't know where it came from. They just see the name of your eBay store, right? And that's what eBay wants. eBay doesn't want every order to be a literal ad, an advertisement for Amazon, because that was their problem. They were like, yeah, people are buying stuff from eBay and then they're getting a box from Amazon and being like, oh, I could have just bought it on Amazon for cheaper, right? Like, it works great for Amazon, but not so much for eBay. It's bad for eBay's business, right? So, things I have found says hello. Rich B says hello. Adam Kimball says hello. Ayub says, I make $150 a month. Please give me the course for scale and earn more. Okay, so let me show you guys how you can get any of my courses for free right now. Keep in mind, you do have to join this call and tell me why. Even you don't have to convince me anything. I'm going to be impressed if you literally just join this Zoom call, right? But I can't just give away my course completely for free because I don't know that you're actually gonna engage. And the worst thing that you can do to my course is sign up for it but not watch the videos. So I need to have some system to make sure that I'm confident that you are going to actually engage the course. If I felt completely confident that any person would just take my course, I would give all of my courses away for free. But I know from experience that that's not how it works. Like 90-something% of people who sign up for free don't actually follow through and take courses, okay? So that's why I have this little barrier here where you got to join this call, right? So to do that, look in the description of this video and there's a link to an application called Zoom. You click on that link and then boom, you are in this Zoom room with me. And at that point, you've done everything necessary to get any course I've ever published that's available paid for free. You just tell me which one you want, okay? And so I'm happy to give away the dropshipping course. Ideally, I want to get more traffic to this other course I'm about to show you that I just released. Because like I said, dropshipping is incredibly competitive and it is very challenging to grow a successful dropshipping business and maintain it. Only a very small percentage of people have that kind of drive and ambition and capabilities. Most people are not able to get to that point. And if they are, they're not able to keep it consistently over a period of years. So ideally, what I feel better about you guys doing is a content creation course teaching you how to use OBS to do live streams just like this one that I have right now, or to record videos for courses. If you get used to creating content, that puts you in a very, very good position. If you look at yourself as just a drop shipper, your chance of getting what you want is relatively small. If you compare the people who drop ship to the people who are able to change their lives with drop shipping, you're talking about like less than 1 in 100, maybe even less than 1 in 1,000 people are actually able to follow through and stay in the game and not give up. Oh, whoa, we got a participant. Yo, Richard. What's up, man? I can't hear you yet. But you joined. You did it. You did the thing, man. That's freaking awesome. I'm proud of you. I'm gonna look at the chat until I hear your, Nice. Alright, so I'm gonna write a message real quick. 1 second here. I'll wait for Richard to, something. You could say something in the chat. Talk to me. Let me make sure that... Yeah, I heard everything. Nice. Okay, give me a second. You don't have a microphone or camera? Okay. That's alright. I'll make an exception for you. What course do you want, and why do you want it? I gotta make... Alright guys, so 1 second here. I'm gonna go to my Udemy page real quick. I gotta make some free coupons, but make sure that I don't stream my free coupons. The screen's gonna go black for a second. I'll fix it, don't worry. This is just because I'm making free coupons, so if I show them on the URL, then literally anybody on YouTube can get all the courses for free, and that's not ideal. I want to make sure, like I said, that you guys will actually engage, okay? So, let's see. I need to go to my OBS course, edit the course, click on promotions, create a free coupon, create free coupon, and we're just going to make some random thing up. Free live storm happen. Okay. Awesome. Number of coupons, let's say 100, and let's make the deadline, like a month. Okay. Boom. Boom. All right, there we go. Great. So now I can come back. Come back to you guys and go back to the Zoom room. All right, so Richard likes the dropshipping thing, but he wants to learn about legitimate dropshipping. So my course was originally created before Amazon and Walmart were legitimate or illegitimate. And it's not sustainable. So, okay, don't get me wrong. Say that you get really good at creating a lot of different eBay accounts and you know how to do stealth and you have all these accounts be unlinked. You know, it is possible to have 30 accounts and each account can only have like 100 or 1,000 items, and you drop ship from Amazon or Walmart and they get banned and you just make new accounts. And if you understand how to do that, yeah, it is possible to get over the whole not sustainable thing using Amazon or Walmart. However, it's like really complicated to do that properly. And by the time that you've become educated enough to do stealth on a large scale and create a lot of unconnected eBay accounts, you have really monetizable information that's probably more valuable than the money you can earn from the Amazon and eBay dropshipping that way. Okay? So Richard says, I like the dropshipping idea, but legit, I'm looking at the Walmart Amazon dropshipping, but like you say, I don't think it's sustainable. So my dropshipping course has information about legitimate dropshipping. But it's not enough alone to show you how to dropship legitimately. So 1 second, let me figure out, how do I do this quickly? I got to figure out how I can share free coupon codes with individuals here without showing everybody, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to change something real quick. So I'm actually going to stop my video. Okay, so you guys just see my image. And then we're going to go to the scene. And I'm going to enable my camera here. Activate. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now you guys can see me, but you can't see my screen. Okay? So I'm going to Richard, right now I'm going to send you a private message in Zoom. Here's the dropshipping course for free. And also, Richard, so my course just has a little bit of information about legitimate dropshipping. It teaches you the changes that people made, and then it talks about like all the different ways that people dropship. But that's not enough information for you. So I just gave you the free coupon for the dropshipping course, but I'm also going to send you a link to a website. It's done by a tool called DSM Tool. You don't have to use DSM Tool. You could use a different tool, but DSM Tool runs a blog where they talk about like legitimate drop shipping and that kind of thing. Let me find it real quick. DSM Tool, I think it's DSM Tool Academy. And they give you links to all of the sources. They show you exactly how to set everything up and everything. Yeah, here we go. blog.dsmtool.com. All right, sorry about that, guys. I disconnected there. But Richard, so check out the blog that I sent you. It has loads and loads of information about legitimate dropshipping and shows you step by step exactly how to set up accounts with these sources so that you can get dropshipping agreements. So that when eBay asks if you're dropshipping, you can be like, yep, I dropship from this platform and this is my agreement and this is the kind of products that I sell. And eBay won't have a problem with that as long as they see that you're not dropshipping from Amazon or Walmart. Again, it's okay to dropship on eBay. It's not okay to dropship from Amazon or Walmart. That means you're going to be under the table. So you have to lie about things and it's not really sustainable. Okay? But there you go. So you have information now. You have Richard. You have access to my dropshipping course, which is buttloads of information, and then also this blog run by DSM Tool. Has loads of information, loads of different blog posts, step-by-step guides, exactly how to set everything up, and you don't need an account to look at any of it. So you don't have to use DSM Tool. You can just use their resources and then figure out what you want to do, what kind of tool you want to do, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so now we are done with Richard, and I'm moving on. All right, so let's go to Asif next. Asif says, I want the dropship course. Man, I did this giveaway thing because I want to get more traction on my content creation course. But everyone's going to ask for the dropshipping course. And I guess that's okay. I guess that's fine. But it's okay. So, okay, now we're going to talk to Asif. So Asif says, I want the dropshipping course. I've never yet buy any dropshipping course. I just gained an idea from free YouTube videos. If I get your course, it'll help me out a lot. Okay, here we go. Here is your free coupon. Give me a moment. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, Richard. I just realized I gave you the coupon for my OBS course. So what I'm actually going to do is give you the coupon for my dropshipping course because that's the one you actually want, right? Just give me a second. I got a lot of stuff going on here. All right, Udemy. Hey, Lindsay Cook. Sorry, I just looked at the chat. So the Zoom ID is in the description of the video. Okay. 1 second. It sounds like someone else joined, or I'm hearing someone's audio. 1 second. I gotta mute everybody. All right. Now I need to make sure I give Richard the right course because I gave him the free code to my OBS course, but that's not what he wants. What he wants is my dropshipping course. So we're going to go here, go to my course promotions, and here we go. Okay, now where's a free one? Oh, I don't have any active free ones. I got to make a new one. Okay, make 100 of these. Boom. All right, there we go. Now I will give you the correct one. 1 second. Okay, here's a free course for Richard. Here is a free course for Asif. And here is a free course for AUB. And keep in mind, guys, you gotta keep exposing yourself to more information. Do not just take my content. Expose yourself to as many different perspectives as possible. Okay? So Lindsay Cook, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, the Zoom ID is, 1 second, gotta return to my meeting, click invite, and then copy URL. The Zoom ID is 765-163-474. Zoom ID, Zoom ID is 765-163-163-474. Okay, nice. All right, so let me make sure I have Richard here, Ayub, and Asif, and they have all been given their free coupon codes for the dropshipping course. Let me remind you guys that I don't think that dropshipping is as stable as content creation. If you want to like really change your life in the long run, you need to be able to bring traffic to people. If you can bring traffic through YouTube and other content creation, like you have your own website, your own courses, that means that you can't be banned. It means that you don't have to worry about Vero. You don't have to worry about your eBay business just waking up one day and your store is completely gone, right? Like, that happened to me. I remember exactly when I lost my eBay account because I was at a friend's house, I was traveling, and I was sleeping on a couch because I wasn't at my home. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna open up my laptop and look at my sales to do my eBay work. And I was like, oh, my store doesn't exist. That's weird, but I don't have any messages from eBay about being banned. Why doesn't my store exist? Huh, I wonder what happened there. And it's because I got banned, but when you get banned on eBay, they have to take down every single listing you have, right? And so that takes a little bit of time. And in my case, I got banned, and then they had to send me a message with every single item they removed, right? So I got like 20 eBay messages covering 110,000 listings. So some poor person or system, I don't know what, had to put that message out, right? And so that's why my account was gone, but I didn't have a message from eBay. It's because their system was overloaded by the sheer size of the store that they had to remove. So it took 2 days for me to get the message saying, hey, you've been banned and we removed all these listings. Here's each listing, all 110,000 listings, right? All right, so let's see. Then someone has a question. Let's see. Dale1Chair says, hi. Explain how the eBay Global Shipment Program works. What address do you use with your supplier? Hidden fees? Any pitfalls? So I loved GSP when I was drop shipping because it increased my sales by like 30 or 40%. But technically, GSP is the thing that got me banned. It wasn't because I was drop shipping, actually. My drop shipping put me in a position where I was one strike away from being banned. And then a problem with GSP got me banned. Like, the nail in my coffin that actually made me permanently lose my eBay account was because I used GSP. So, take what I'm about to tell you with a grain of salt. I think GSP is good. Like, as a buyer, it's really expensive, but GSP is the reason that eBay is the biggest. Actually, I could order from Amazon sometimes. Times are changing, right? But basically, GSP is a freight forwarding service. So the way this works is you enable GSP, you ship an item to Kentucky, and then Kentucky ships the item to some random country, wherever the buyer was actually from, okay? So it's actually not really that different from processing a regular sale. The only difference is you ship the item to a GSP customer, or the GSP center, instead of the customer's actual address. So there absolutely are pitfalls. There's also advantages, though. For example, say that you ship glass and it arrives broken. You get to keep all the proceeds from the sale because GSP views it as their responsibility to identify if the package is broken before they ship it. So if the package gets broken physically, like the box gets damaged during the international part of the journey, then you get it for free. Oh, I mean, you basically, your buyer gets refunded by eBay and you get to keep the money. So it's actually really good in those situations. But say that you sell an electronic device and it arrives in a foreign country and doesn't work or burns out because it's the wrong voltage. That's completely on you. And typically you lose that entire sale. So you do have to be careful with the kinds of items that you do sell with GSP. But this is really easy to fix because you could just have all your items be GSP and then you see an electronic item gets ordered through GSP. You send a message and you're like, hey, this is in this voltage, yada, yada, yada. And then you can cancel the sale and not ship it out. So if you have the foresight to deal with the problems before they happen, you're probably going to be fine. But there are some problems that you can't avoid, like what happened to me, okay? So what happened with my account, the final nail in the coffin, was that I was selling a product called Neurobian. And Neurobian is it's like a tube of medicine, like this big, right? It's a multivitamin. That's it. The problem is that Neurobian is trademarked by one company in the UK and by another company in America. So by me shipping the American product through GSP to the UK market, the UK company viewed that as counterfeiting because I was sending the American product into the legislation area of the UK. So basically, that was counted as a counterfeit sale by eBay. And eBay does not like counterfeiting at all. Counterfeiting is the easiest way to get you banned, even though I wasn't actually counterfeiting anything. Like, these were real products. It was just kind of like a inconvenient loophole that caused this to happen, right? And so Media Master Plus says, what about updates in your dropshipping course? I have some updates about after the changes, because eBay made changes like last year that made using sources and like Walmart and Amazon directly against policy. So I had to change the course to talk about that's a thing and how to use other sources, and I did update it. That being said, I didn't start this giveaway because I want to give away my dropshipping course. I want to talk about content creation because you guys are better off creating courses, creating YouTube channels. This is the kind of work that's actually going to change your life. Dropshipping is just a grab for money now that you like the idea of, but the chance of you listening to this right now, the chance of you actually changing your life with dropshipping is incredibly unlikely. Whereas if you make a YouTube channel or courses, and you consistently do that every day for a year, the chance of you actually succeeding is quite likely. It's exponentially more likely that you're going to succeed and earn money that way because you can create stuff that you're actually interested in, and it's so flexible. You can use content creation like OBS to make content about anything in the world, right? So you can make content about things that you actually enjoy. Whereas when you're dropshipping is so freaking boring, guys. Seriously, it's incredibly competitive, really boring, and really, really unstable. That's why I'm telling you, you are better off creating content for YouTube or Teachable or Udemy, or even Skillshare, right? You shouldn't focus too much on dropshipping because it's unstable. But that being said, I understand that I have a reputation as a dropshipper, and I provided a lot of information about dropshippers, and all of you guys listening to this call right now only know me because I dropship. So I get it, right? But I don't want you to think that I endorse dropshipping all the time, because it's really not that stable. That being said, me personally, dropshipping completely changed my life, right? I was a barista at Starbucks, struggling to earn my own money online, right? I was really sick. I had a salary job, and I had to quit my job because I couldn't work it anymore. And I had to accept that I was effed unless I could figure out how to earn money from home so that I could rest, because back then I didn't have much energy. I was really sick. And dropshipping played a big role in my life because I was already selling physically on eBay. So I started doing this dropshipping stuff, and it enabled me to get established as a YouTuber, right? It absolutely changed my life. But the reason dropshipping changed my life isn't because I was just dropshipping, like any of you guys are interested in. Dropshipping changed my life because I was making YouTube videos about dropshipping, and I made courses about dropshipping. That is why dropshipping changed my life, okay? Not because of what dropshipping is, because of content creation. And that's why I'm telling you guys, content creation is everything. Absolutely everything. So that's why I've made this course, and why I really encourage people to use OBS and to make live streams and do all of this. Yeah, Andrew White says dropshipping is unstable, so is Skillshare. Yeah, no kidding, man. But Skillshare is easier, way easier. And you're also creating your own products. And as a beginner, you don't need to know much about marketing or other things. You can just create Skillshare courses, and people will actually look at your courses. On Udemy, if you don't do marketing, you don't get signups. You have to do some initial marketing, and that is kind of tricky. It really trips people up. So yeah, Skillshare wasn't stable for me, but for some people, it's really stable. Okay, let me show you guys something real quick. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna switch this. All right, so now we are back to seeing my screen, and I'm going to show you guys a video or a screenshot from a video, because Skillshare is stable for some people. Not for me. I got effed for something I didn't even do, and I don't recommend that you guys use Skillshare, but let me show you some things. Skillshare, Jerry Banfield. All right, Jerry Banfield is one of my favorite YouTubers. Let's see. What we're looking for is Skillshare versus Thinkific. And so I'm going to mute this, and then I'm going to find the screenshot of this dude's Skillshare earnings. It's literally thousands of dollars every month. And like, he still has a Skillshare account. So he didn't get banned. I don't know why he didn't get banned, because he does the same shit. Like, just makes videos on YouTube, right? But hey, whatever. Okay, so let's go to one of his income reports. There we go. This is all that I need to show. Okay, that's in the very beginning. Let's look at some of the bigger ones. There we go. Getting bigger. Getting bigger. It gets into the thousands. Let me just find where he shows the really big ones. There we go. Okay, look at this. All right. So regarding Skillshare not being stable, this moment right now, this image is literally why I started originally on Skillshare. I watched this video and I was like, holy shit, look at this. He's earning like $1,000 to $3,000 a month from Skillshare. And this is consistently, like, Jerry taught on Skillshare for years. I don't know if he still is active on Skillshare. Let's see, actually. Maybe he's been banned too at this point. But that was enough for me. I was like, psh, if I can get a couple grand, I mean. And like, yeah, yeah, okay. So Jerry still has an account. Jerry didn't get banned. I don't know why Jerry didn't get banned, but I got banned. Bastards. Anyway, I need to stop worrying about Skillshare. All right. Yeah, that's true. Meteor Master says Skillshare is easy for people who can make more content. But again, that's what I'm talking to you guys about. That's what I'm trying to establish. Content is everything. The world is ruled by people who create content. You have the content creators, which represent a very small portion of humanity, and then you have the rest of humanity. If you want to have a life that is completely different than most of the people you know, you need to create content. It doesn't matter if it's books or podcasts or whatever. And it also doesn't matter if you don't earn any money at all from it for a year or 2 years or even 4 years. You have to ingrain content creation into your life. That is the only thing that will realistically change your life, because you can shape it to be what works for you. You just have to get used to sounding confident and teaching people and being positive and all of this. And that's why content creation is so important. It's something that everybody can do. Like, you guys watching, maybe you'll think, oh, I'm not like you, Jack. I can't just like get excited about a course. I can't just like, I get nervous on a camera. How do you think I was when I started? You know, okay, let me show you something real quick. I'll show you something super embarrassing. All right, we're going to switch the scene, and we're going to go to my YouTube channel. And then we're going to go to my videos. And we're going to go to my very first videos that you guys can't even see because they're unlisted, right? Here we go. Look at this. Oh, no, I think you guys can actually see this video. But this is literally the first YouTube video I ever made, right? And I was so nervous. Holy crap. And I was also like not in a good place in my life at all. Like, I woke up one morning and I was super, super awake because I didn't sleep that much, and I was just like, oh, I got to talk about this. And I just recorded talking about like the intense traumas of my life and crap. But I was so scared to post that video. But that's why I did it. Because even back then, 6 years ago, 3 years before I started my YouTube channel for real, I knew that if you expose yourself, if you show who you are, and you put yourself out there, you challenge yourself, that is how you become the best person the most talented version of yourself that you can possibly be. You have to put yourself out there. You have to throw yourself at all of the fears that you have in your life. You have to be making decisions that are like, oh, I'm scared of that. I should do it. Right? Like that's why I'm in Nicaragua. It's why I'm a YouTuber. It's not because I have like great charisma or that I'm good with people or that I'm good on camera. All that shit is stuff I learned from making over 1,000 videos. Any of you watching this could do the same thing. You just create videos. You're doubting yourself? Make a video talking about what you're doubting about yourself. You're feeling insecure? Make a video talking exactly about why you feel insecure. You got to get used to narrating, talking about what's going on, regardless of whether you think other people are going to watch it or not. That is the moment that separates you from the rest of humanity and the small portion that are content creators. Content creators can live an obscenely high quality life. You could work for 1 hour a day and earn $100,000 a year. That is completely possible with content creation. Whereas with like all other industries, no way is that possible. Like if you're working for Starbucks, there's no way. Even the like top people in Starbucks have to put in more than 1 hour. The only way that they could earn that much money passively is by having a whole bunch of money and buying stock. And then at that point, they can earn money off of the investments. That's pretty passive. But you have to work your ass off for tons of years to have the money to be able to do that in the first place, right? Whereas if you are a content creator, you don't have to worry about that. You can literally get paid to do what you love, okay? Content creation is the key to having the life that you want. So, how do you become a content creator? Well, you have to make it very convenient for you to record video. That's why I'm really pushing this OBS course, okay? I'll give you guys an overview now because I haven't talked about it, aside from saying how important content creation is. Let's look at it real quick. So, OBS is really simple. And you know what? I'm just going to show you guys, okay? Here you go. This is OBS. This is what I'm doing to have this live stream. This is the program I use to create these courses. This is the literal thing that changed my life and allowed me to become a content creator. What you're seeing right now, this program changed everything for me. It allowed me to just, I wake up, if I'm feeling like I want to talk about something, I go, boom, I'm live streaming. Boom, I'm recording. One button. One little click, and look, I can like change stuff, so now you see my full image. I can have it here, I can move this around, I can adjust audio levels. There's all sorts of stuff I can do. Content creation is everything. I'm gonna say that again and again and again and again so that you really understand it, okay? There's a law to online income, okay? And there's two things in this online world. You have products and you have traffic, okay? Income happens when products meet traffic. The maximum income happens when it's your traffic and your product and you're connecting them. That means you can earn ludicrous money. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars a year if you play your cards right. And if you live in a country like Nicaragua, holy crap. Like, okay, in the USA, $100,000 a year could mean that you actually only have like $10,000 to spend. After all of your expenses, after taxes and everything else, after your mortgage, your house, car, all of that stuff, your savings, putting those aside, it's completely realistic that out of $100,000 you earn in a year, $10,000 of that is spending money, okay? Whereas if you live in Nicaragua or some other country like Thailand, then $30,000 and you could have $20,000 in spending money and have everything else still be saving as much as you were on $100,000. So also understand that your geographical location completely dictates what money is and what it means to you. If you've only lived in one country your whole life, you have no idea what money really is in this world. And I know that because, like, I was Americanized, right? Like, I traveled and I saw things, but then I stayed in America. And I got used to the cost of living there. And like the idea of somebody getting paid $4 an hour, I was like, that's abuse. That's horrible. Why would you do that to somebody? But then I came to live in Nicaragua, and now I'm like, dang, everything here is so cheap that if you get paid $4 an hour, you are living a good life. That's college degree income here because everything else is so cheap. My rent for where I live right now is $150. That's it. Renting a 1-bedroom tiny apartment in Los Angeles or San Francisco, $2,000 to $3,000. That's almost 20 times as expensive as what I pay here in Nicaragua, right? You don't actually need to earn that money if you can change your geographical location. And it's way easier to earn $20,000 online than it is to earn $100,000 online. But again, if you're in California and you're earning $100,000, you're only a bit above average. Average income there is like $80K or something like that. $100K is only 10-20% better. But if you're earning $100K in Nicaragua, that is enough to provide fully and educate and house multiple families for multiple lifetimes. We're not talking about one individual. We're talking about an individual, a spouse, 2 kids, 1 unit, a whole lifetime, and then like 20 more of those. That's how much cheaper the cost of living is in these other countries. From my perspective, being in the USA is like abusive almost, like for me personally, because it's scary how much further money goes in the rest of the world. And okay, not in the rest of the world, because Europe's expensive as well. So are places like other developed countries. But if you're willing to go to a place like Nicaragua or Thailand, like you can have internet, you can have everything that you think you can only have in the US for a fraction of the price. And it's crazy. Like maybe you think, oh yeah, Jack, but you're trading violence and you're trading danger for these kind of things. Like, okay, yeah, I lived in a safe neighborhood in the United States, right? In Reston, an area that doesn't have very much crime, okay? That being said, since I've left that neighborhood, 2 people have been shot in 2 years, okay? No one's gotten shot in the neighborhood I live in right now. You may think that danger only happens in these third world countries, but the reality is danger is all around us. Every day you get into a vehicle, you are choosing. You are literally saying, by stepping into this car, I am accepting that I might die. That's literally what you're doing. So if you're telling yourself, oh, I can't go to these other countries, they're too dangerous. Like, yeah, it's true. There are dangers, right? Like, there's protests here in the city that I live in, right? And if I were to participate in one of these protests, I could get shot in the head and die instantly. That happens to people. 200 or 300 people have been killed that way, okay? That being said, how many people die from cigarettes, alcohol, cars? It's in the millions. Millions of people die that way. So be very careful with how you perceive risk, because it could be holding you back. Like, seriously holding you back. Anyway, I haven't looked at the chat. I gotta look at this. All right. Let's see. Okay. Media Master Plus says, so we need your course about content creation. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. But you gotta join the Zoom room. I gotta know that you actually need the course and want to use it, not just... 1 second. Oh, here we go. Yay! All right. Oh, by the way, Asif is from Bangladesh. So he said to give him a shout out. So there we go. That was the shout out. All right. Ahmad says he wants the content creation course. Awesome. I will send it in a second. And again, like I said, all these courses I'm talking about, they're normally paid courses. But if you just join this Zoom ID, you don't even need to talk. You literally just join, and then it's like a chat room. And you just look at this. See, I can show you. This is what it looks like. You join, and then you see this, right? Right? Look at this. And all you have to do is ask. And I just showed you guys the free coupon. Oh, man. Anyway, whatever. I was trying not to do that earlier. Okay, so it's the free coupon for the dropshipping course, so that's not the end of the world. Where is the... There we go. Okay, here you go, Ahmad. Here is the coupon for the live stream course. And... Oh, Andre! What's up, man? How you doing? Oh, yo, you're actually showing your face! Holy crap! That is baller. I can't hear anything, though.
Hello.
Hey, I can hear you. What's up, man?
How you doing there?
Huh?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
You might have a little bit of background noise because I'm at McDonald's.
Don't worry about it, dude. I do a lot of calls with people in Morocco, and so they're like talking on a cell phone through cellular connection in a coffee shop, and it's like...
Cool. Well, it's nice to meet you.
You as well. What can I do for you?
Content creation, because I'm trying to get some ideas to when I move to the Philippines.
Okay.
I'm going to be living with my wife and 2 children, so trying to get some ideas on how I can create content and then later on, monetize it.
Okay. Wicked.
So, yeah, so I'm interested in your content course.
So one thing that is really popular for expats, because that's what you would be basically as an expat, right? For anybody listening, an expat is somebody who doesn't live in their original country. So it means like expatriate. And so one of the really common things for people in the Philippines is that they will take advantage of the fact that the Filipino work ethic is amazing. Like, I don't know why, but it's like culturally part of Filipino work ethic to be a really good worker. And also, cost of living is really low. $4 or $5 an hour is a good wage in the Philippines. So as a Westerner or whatever you are, you're in a position where you can connect these people with individuals who need work done in the United States, and like that's a huge thing. Tons of people go there. And, or whatever you are. 1 second, I got a loop somewhere. Okay, it's fixed. Oh, and Tico joined. Tico E-Man. What's up? So let me look at this real quick. So there's actually a guy. Have you ever heard of Jason DeLay?
No.
Okay, give me a second.
I've heard of the Hearn family, though.
The Hearn family. That sounds familiar. Maybe they do the same thing. What does the Hearn family do?
He has a kind of like a vlog, and he just basically records his life with his family living in the Philippines.
That's cool. So,
and go ahead.
No, go on.
I looked him up on Social Blade and seeing how much he makes per month. He's making a lot of money.
So that's one thing that's quite interesting, actually, about living. So say that you were living in your home country, like you're from the U.S., right?
Yeah, I'm here in the U.S. right now.
So in the U.S., if you want to like just create content about your family and your life, it's really hard because most people in the U.S. like they know what a grocery store is like, they know what a market's like, they know what like daycare looks like, right? But anytime you are in a foreign country, it becomes completely different, right? Like I have a YouTube video where I was going to just do some grocery shopping with a friend, and I was like, F it, I'm just going to record a video while I'm doing this, right? That YouTube video got 12,000 views, and we're literally just walking through a supermarket. Like,
isn't that insane?
That doesn't
That's crazy,
happen in the U.S., right? But in the Philippines, you absolutely could do that. There's tons of people in the U.S. who are trying to get away from the high cost of living and looking into overseas options to make their retired life better or to improve the lives of their families or their own persons, right? So you'll have an advantage there in that, like, you'll be able to create content about your life in the Philippines, and because you're a foreigner, it's much easier to get noticed doing that. Like that's how like if you search for Nicaragua 2019 on YouTube, some of my videos show up, which is freaking insane. Like to show up in a country search on YouTube, I would never show up in United States on YouTube. Never. No way in history that would ever happen, right? But because I'm a foreigner making content about YouTube or on Nicaragua, when there's not a lot of other stuff going on, I'm able to. So let me get to Tikoy, man.
Fading out a little bit. When you move to another country, you got to change it down a little bit. You got to change the account again.
Say it again.
Is that something? When you created the AdSense account and you moved from the United States to Nicaragua, you have to change your account again with AdSense.
Not
the current.
Well, okay, it depends because in my situation, yes, my physical location is Nicaragua, but I have a registered business in the United States. And also, the way Google AdSense works is that you can target literally anywhere that YouTube exists. So, as a person in the US, you could target a specific city in the Philippines. You could target a region in China. You could target the city I live in Nicaragua. And you'll actually find that usually advertising in countries like this is cheaper.
Yeah.
And so, like, I wouldn't have to, you don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff. You do have to understand that it is a bit tricky tax-wise, because just because you live overseas doesn't necessarily mean that, you don't have to pay income tax. So you have to talk to an accountant, and basically what you can do is set up like foreign companies and operate the businesses in those names and hire yourself as an international employee, and then you only pay like a little bit of money, but you have to talk to professionals and get that set up properly. Like right now, I don't do that. I just pay like 30% of what I earn to the United States. And I gotta fix that because that's a lot of money, right? Like tons of money.
Yeah, it is.
But
okay. I'll look into that. Yeah, I just seen that when I looked it up on AdSense, and it was saying that that if you move to another country, AdSense was saying that you would have to change your account to for the country that you're living.
Yeah, that would be if you're not just moving to the other country, but you're also creating the business in the other country. In general, you have U.S. citizenship. So you can easily create, you can literally just use your identity as a U.S. business, as a sole proprietorship. That's not ideal, but that's something that is free and other people around the world can't do. Just for reference, for a foreigner to open a U.S. business costs them $500. So they can pay a service called Stripe Atlas $500. They get a U.S. business identity, and from that point, they basically have U.S. citizenship if they know what they're doing. They can create businesses in the U.S. even though they live in whatever country they're actually from, but they still need to pay income tax on the earnings of that business. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
One second. I got two other people joined, so let me see.
Yeah.
What's up, Tikoy, man? Let me know what I can do for you, and also Nasnook. I saw that you had video for a second there. That's awesome, man. I'm always excited when people show their faces. Also, I gotta look in the chat. I have so many messages everywhere. I get confused.
Yeah, I'm at that stage where, you're talking on the video. I mean, making videos, and it's really hard to get yourself out in front of that camera and talk when you're knowing that it's going to be posted on YouTube.
Yeah, right? It's nerve-wracking. Yeah. But that's exactly why it's an opportunity, because by getting comfortable with it, you give yourself a competitive advantage. The vast majority of people are not comfortable showing their face, when the reality is there's billions of people on this planet. Even the loneliest of us are constantly surrounded by people. We are showing our faces to people all the time. We're walking past security cameras. We're constantly being recorded all the time. So it isn't really, I understand why people don't want to show their face. They're worried about, people using it against them. But in my experience, I have this life because I showed my face on YouTube and made it possible for strangers to communicate with me. So I personally don't believe in any of that shit at all, right? But again, I'm biased.
Gotcha.
So. Well,
Right.
Tikoiman and Nasnuk haven't said anything, so I'm not sure what I can do to help them.
Oh, okay.
Ah, there we go. Okay, Tikoi says, I badly need this dropshipping course. This is all I have left. I got broke, 3 kids to feed. I must do this no matter what. I'm running out of time. Shit, dude. So, like, here, I'm happy to give you my dropshipping course.
I wouldn't recommend just jumping into dropshipping when you're desperate.
Yeah, me neither. Definitely not. Especially if you have kids to feed and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That being said, 1 second.
I mean, I even purchased your dropshipping course, and I started in 2018, and I haven't had much success.
It's tricky. It's really, like I said, like, I was successful with drop shipping because it changed my life, not because I was actually earning that much money from it. Yo, Jamie's here.
There's Jamie.
Yeah. Oh, you recognize Jamie?
No, I'm just pointing
okay.
hey, there he is.
Yeah, no, Jamie has joined like more of my live streams than anyone else. He's also someone I work with.
Hi, Jamie.
No, Jamie just joined like
Hello.
my live streams than anyone else. He's also some
Hi, Jamie.
Jamie, I got a loop from you. An audio loop.
Is that fixed now?
I think so.
Oh, we can hear you good.
Yeah. Nice.
How are y'all doing?
Awesome.
Very good.
One second
Very good.
before we move forward here. Wow, there's so many different.
Gab has a
vlogs
pretty
to keep track
intense
of.
comment.
Yeah, I gotta talk to the Koi man here, or Tico. I'm gonna call you Tico. If you need money to provide for people you care about, the chance of you getting that situation fixed with dropshipping alone is unlikely unless you're very motivated and you work a lot. Especially if you only have a month or two and you're running out of time, you need to find a job. Like I hate that idea. I hate like the idea of working hourly, but you need to get something that will get your bills paid and then build something on the side. It is not good, especially if you have children, to think that you can just fix your problems with dropshipping. Don't get me wrong. Maybe, Tico, you are a very ambitious individual who will be able to make some money. Maybe you live in a country where it's cheaper and a couple $100s a month is going to change your life. That's completely possible. That being said, I can't recommend that you pursue dropshipping if you're providing for a family and you are running out of money. Yeah, it's possible you could use dropshipping, but especially if you have to make it work in a month or two, that's really tricky. If you're in the Philippines, then so that does mean it's more likely because you need way less money than somebody who's in the US. But you might want to look into being a virtual assistant and working as a VA for dropshippers. Because then you get what you want. You get to get experienced with dropshipping. You get to do the work. You get to learn from it. But you don't have to take all of the risks yourself. You can just get paid to do the work by other people. It's pretty easy to find work where dropshippers will pay you $3 an hour. 4 or 5, you got to kind of have more experience or know who you're talking to, have some connections. But Tico... okay, I'm a little bit less alarmed because you live in the Philippines. That's good. But I would encourage you to try and work for a drop shipper, not just drop ship yourself. Like, also drop ship yourself, but don't just do that. You have to have other things going on, and you need income right now for your family. You can't rely on, like, say that you change your life with this, Tico, and in a couple months you get banned on eBay. You're just going to be back in this exact same situation. So you got to make sure that you're setting yourself up
That's
where
right.
you're going to be okay, right? Okay, I think we've addressed that, so we can move forward now. I gotta 1 second. Let me change the stream so people can see what's going on here. I've showed all the coupons on this video like 3 times.
You need
I
an
talked
additional
about not
monitor.
doing that. Say it again.
You need an additional monitor.
No, yeah, I need an actual setup. Like, that would be great.
Yeah, split screen.
Right now,
dual monitor.
I live off of my laptop and my Yeti microphone.
Well, that'll work for now.
So we still haven't heard from Nasnuk. And Tikoy, man, if you're interested in the content creation course, let me know. I just gave you the dropshipping course. But if you tell me that you want the other one, I'll give it to you as well. But again, only if you actually think you'll use it.
Yeah, I have your drop shipping course. It's pretty extensive. It's got a lot of information. Definitely help out, for people that don't really know too much about drop shipping and
Yeah, it's a bit
how to get started.
It's a bit outdated now, but at the same time, most courses about dropshipping are outdated. And like, if you don't know anything about the industry, if you take that whole course, then you will be pretty well informed, more informed than most people who know about dropshipping. And especially if you watch other YouTubers, you listen to other people's content, then you can put yourself in a position where you can imagine what a dropshipping business looks like and understand how to create that, and you can predict what the problems are and set up systems to deal with these problems before they happen. It makes it way smoother, but it's not enough alone. Like, you can't just get the course and think the course is going to change your life. Maybe it leads to stuff that changes your life, but you have to actually do something with it, apply yourself, and keep educating yourself and trying new things.
Does your course come with reference material for like the breakdown of what to do under every single circumstance of an eBay customer?
That's
Does
actually that document that I showed you guys. That's actually I haven't put that in the course yet, but that's on my list. Yeah, that's on my list. 'Cause that makes it super easy.
There's a lot of things Jack has customly provided us as a organization that he references off to his students and stuff. So he's providing off information from his own consultancy of dropshipping, not just a hearsay of him being a good dropshipper.
Are you dropshipping, Jamie?
I'm a software engineer, so I build bots to do stuff. We're just looking at a system to compare every market, not just eBay and Amazon, but eBay, Amazon, Home Depot, Walmart, all of them simultaneously using algorithms.
Gotcha.
That's going great, but eBay is eBay as a company is certainly interesting. I don't like that. This will have to be put somewhere as a store reference. I know eBay will check it, but I don't want to say anything too negative about the people that ensure the whole company's success. So I'll shut my mouth.
It's okay.
So how's yourself, Andre? What do you do?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
What was your question?
What do you do?
What am I doing? Well, I did some eBay. I'm still doing eBay, but it's not really. I'm not having much success on it. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now, and I'm trying.
Have you experimented with Amazon?
No, because I wanted to just focus on one.
Yeah.
One platform, and I'm also posting some videos on YouTube, and but it's just trying to get myself.
Yes, no one wants to help you whenever you're down, but then whenever you're up, you get all the help in the world just thrown at you.
Yeah.
Can't help it, and you have to like fend some of it off. But I know the starting point is always awful.
Yeah.
It's a
I don't want to be
balance.
jumping around. yeah, I don't want to be jumping around doing different things.
Too much. What content creation do you do? Like, what do you do for YouTube?
Well, for right now, I'm in a situation where I'm camping in my car.
So you're doing like lifestyle vlogs? My
Yeah.
partner watches them all day, like caravan stuff, and it's funny. Sometimes you'll watch, or I'll have seen some of the YouTubers you watch. Like they start off in like their car, and then next year they're in like a normal camper van.
Wow. Okay.
In a few years aren't doing anything. They probably can't do lifestyle vlogs anymore because they're just in their big RV that no one wants to like. It's not struggling then. It's just your big camper RV.
Andre,
cool.
do you watch Reyes the Entrepreneur?
Yeah, I've watched a few videos. Yeah.
Have you watched his first videos?
I watched the one with the gumball machine, and it was very inspiring. I mean, this guy, he tries all this stuff, and whether he fails or whether he succeeds, he still has a good attitude, and that.
Do you know
I
how
like
his
that.
YouTube channel started?
I think he started out. What? No, I didn't see the first video. What was it about?
I encourage you to watch his oldest videos
Okay.
because his first video is literally being like, I got $200 and a car and I'm homeless.
Oh, okay.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, how'd you make your first $100 after you were homeless?
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. That's very inspiring.
Well, okay, let me be clear that it's not like he was put into the homeless situation. Like, he left his life to start over from nothing, basically. So the first couple videos are him being like, yo, guys, I got to set up these businesses. But before I set up these businesses, I got to have income. So I need to get McDonald's job. And so he gets like interviews, and he records like the audio from his shirt pocket, like with the camera facing inside, so you don't see anything, but you just hear. And then they're like,
that's cool.
did you submit an online application? And he's like, yeah, totally, I did that. And then like, just bullshits them. It's super funny.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. I gotta check that video out.
That's quite an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Tycho Man, or Tikoi Man. I am a product researcher and eBay lister, Jack, but can't meet our daily expenses due to unexpected events or situation. Ray's entrepreneur. I watch it and give me super duper motivation. He lives in his car. No, that wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Yeah, it's
Sorry about that. Yes. He does seem motivational. Is he now rich? Like, did he go through the whole venture? Where is he now?
I actually met him 2 weeks ago. I met him in person.
Is he wealthy now?
Yeah, I mean, okay, like, he lives in California, so by Californian standards, no, he's not rich. But he earns, like, I mean, he has months on YouTube where he earns more than 10 grand.
Wow.
Right.
Like,
That's good.
I imagine his content has some a lot of virality to it due to the nature of the
and
content.
that's basically what happened with his YouTube channel. He got a couple videos that went viral. And then, so now his videos don't get as much views of those viral videos, but that's kind of like the nature of YouTubers. Every time you make a new video, you're buying a lottery ticket. And then one day you win the lottery, and then one of your videos goes viral, and then all of your other videos get way more attention, and any monetized path that you set up, any course, all of that gets spiked up in income. So
it's like a snowball effect.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Man, that's crazy.
So what you're saying is, if we just keep releasing random videos,
Technically, eventually something would go viral.
Yeah.
But it might take 10 years if you're not strategizing properly. Like
Why can't we
Reyes'
see that?
video?
your video?
Huh?
Why can't we see you, Jack? Your videos on?
Oh, so you can't see me because I'm live streaming. And so, yeah, I can't use... So I can set it
in the
up...
live window now. You are there. Okay. Well, guess that's going to be how I get my fix from now on, Jack.
So the reason I'm doing that is because I didn't want to show. Normally, I would just show my screen and I would show my face as part of this, but I've been showing free coupon codes and trying to just give them to individuals. So, but at this point, I've already shown the coupon codes. But in my head, I'm like, if somebody's going to take the time to root through this YouTube video and find the 2 frames where the coupon codes are visible, good enough. They've showed me that they actually want to take the course. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I
This
may
is
as well
true.
actually switch it because of that. All right, one second. I'll
See, once you start
endorse
getting
you
people
here.
to your course, does it then automatically start giving more traffic to you? Is that the idea of it?
Say it again.
On Udemy, whenever you get traffic going to the source, does it then start to attract other traffic?
Yeah.
Is that like the idea?
Exactly.
I would say it. Yeah, I would say it helps. Yeah.
It's called social proof. So the thing that's so cool about Udemy is like once you establish a course a little bit, you bring some traffic to it, it has a high retention rate, that part's really important, and good reviews, then Udemy will start marketing it. And once Udemy starts marketing your course, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month. Boom. Like, that's all it takes. So the goal in the beginning is to get people to give your course good analytics without effing those analytics. That average view duration or that engagement rate is really, really important. It's like king. So
Is there any other services other than Udemy and Skillshare?
oh yeah, there's tons.
Uh, te-
Say it again.
Anywhere near as profitable
Say it again, Andre.
that are?
there's Teachable.
I thought you said a different one. Yeah, Jamie, so Udemy is the biggest online course marketplace by far. Like really, really big, way more traffic than any other course marketplace where you can purchase individual courses not for credit. There's also course marketplaces like Skillshare and some other course marketplaces, but they're much smaller than Udemy. There are places like Teachable and Thinkific and Lynda and some other course marketplaces, but these are different because you have self-hosting platforms like Teachable where you have to put the whereas on Udemy, once you bring them traffic, you can just blow up and then have basically passive income until your course is no longer relevant. But on Teachable, you have to bring the traffic yourself, so it's a kind of different industry, basically. I think there's one I'm forgetting that's close to Udemy, but it's nowhere near as big.
Is Teachable similar in size to the other two? Skillshare and Udemy?
Well, size with Teachable is different because there's no organic user base. So
Right.
it's irrelevant because there's nobody, like, there's no
one's
audience
going
in
through
Teachable browsing courses.
items.
Yeah, it's just it's like a course on Teachable is the same as a self-hosted course on your own personal website. It just makes it easier to do that.
Can you hear me good? Because it's getting loud in here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of background noise, but it's not
Okay.
obnoxious.
I have a question about coming up with content ideas for on Udemy. How do you come up with? You just seem to come up with content and ideas, courses out of thin air.
Well, I have one for you, mate. Why not do a course on how to become a pilot? Look at
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's making fun of you because you look like you could be flying an airplane right now.
No, but no, make that your selling point though. Like,
But there's Coca-Cola back here.
well, no, you just landed.
Yeah. I need a green screen. Is what I need.
Exactly. Yes, get a green screen. Have like clouds off in the background, and through there.
Yeah.
Be like, today
Yeah.
we're taking a live tutorial in the air. We're gonna do a lip-de-loop. Sound effects and all, and that's what they're really paying
Yeah.
for. Satire on Udemy. Go for it.
So
Here's an
what are you
idea.
saying, Andre? You're trying to figure out like how to
Where's
come
the-
up with ideas?
Yeah, everybody. I'm pretty sure it's something that's just obvious and out there that that you do every day. That something that you enjoy doing, and but I just have a difficult time in trying to find those ideas. For me, at least,
I used to as well, for what it's worth. It's a muscle.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. I used
A
to have
muscle.
no idea.
Okay.
But this is what I do. So this is actually something I learned from dropshipping, by the way. So when I started dropshipping, what I would do is I would find a product and then post it, and then find a product and then post it. And then I realized that I was wasting so much time doing that. And what I could do is find 10 products, make a list of 10 products, and then after that, post all of them. So it's the exact same concept I'm about to explain. Like right now, I always work this way, right? I got this list, right? These are all tasks for me to work on, things to accomplish. I know it's rotated so you guys can't see it, but you want to make lists when you're kind of like, okay, you're sitting down, you're not at your computer, you just have a pen and paper, you're somewhere else, and you're like, okay, what kind of stuff do I enjoy? You just write it. And then later you actually think about it more. But the mentality necessary for successful brainstorming is separate than the mentality necessary for successful progression work. So what you need to do is establish ideas and content and then work on them later. Like this, for example, I'll read this task list to you guys real quick. One is finish Chris's shipping sheet, invoice Chris. Finish YouTube course promo video. Finish dropshipping course promo video. Retarget Google Ads to Utah. Create new ad for something. Create avoid Skillshare video. Oh, I did that. I created my avoid Skillshare video yesterday. I get to cross something out off the list. That's so satisfying. Create OBS setup video. Create eliminate the defeatist mentality video. Like I'll literally just be like taking a shower or talking to a friend or cooking breakfast, and then I'm like, oh, I got you identify one sentence that then you could read that one sentence later and be like, oh, okay, if that's the video I'm making, what would I do next? If that's the course that I'm making, what would I do next? And you can also use some tricks. By the way, sorry, Amine joined earlier. What's up? It's good to see you again. I think I recognize the name. I think you've joined before. Wait, did you just say yeah, or was that him?
It was him.
I don't hear anything though.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, it might have been Andre. How do you pronounce your name? I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong.
I think it was me. I said yeah.
Okay, okay, gotcha. Oh wait, I was about to say something else.
Andre, how do you pronounce your name?
Actually, my real name is Andrew.
Andrew. Oh, well, okay.
Just missing the W.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But so one of the tricks you can use on Andrew is that, like, okay, this is actually something Jamie helped me with, or inadvertently. But so
Okay.
I do consulting with the company that Jamie works for, right? About dropshipping. And one of the things was like, what's the perfect dropshipping business? I didn't know how to give them good advice about that. So they were like, ask yourself the question, in a perfect world, what would the perfect dropshipping business look like? And then I was like, oh, boom, 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 boom. Just rephrasing the question that I asked myself allowed me to immediately access all that information. So you could literally do the same thing where you're saying, oh, I have so much trouble figuring out what to make a video about. Tell yourself, okay, if I imagine that I always knew what to make videos about, what kind of videos would I make? If you have to kind of rephrase the questions to get better results out of yourself.
Okay.
But again,
okay.
it's a muscle. Like, just focus on making lists of ideas. And once you get used to that, eventually, like, I used to worry about what to make YouTube videos about, but now, like, any day I could come up with 5 to 10 different videos and just boom, 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 boom. It didn't used to be like that, though. That's because I've made over 1,000 videos, and I understand now you can't run out of content. That's just a fear. It's not actually a realistic thing that might happen. You might no longer want to make content. That can happen. But it's also that the vast majority of people do not watch every single one of your videos. They only watch a couple. So you can talk about the same stuff you talked about a year ago, just update it. Be a bit more like, up to date about it. Like I talk about like dropshipping wise, when I was doing dropshipping content, I have like 20 videos about eBay GSP. Like they're not all the same, but they're all about eBay GSP, saying that it's a thing you can do. I have a bunch of content about like how to deal with returns and how to give customer service and like all of that stuff. And you can just recreate the same things and basically just every time make the video better and better and better. And as long as you're doing it like 6 or 7 months later, not like a week later, then like nobody's gonna notice. So you can recycle a lot of content. And you can even like make live streams like this, and then again, remember, nobody's gonna watch this whole live stream. Maybe 1 or 2 people will watch this whole live stream. But I can cut useful parts out of this live stream, little snippets of conversations that we've had, and make a video about it, and it's perceived as a new video by most of the people who watch my YouTube channel. Like you can use a lot of tricks like that so that it like you can't run out of content. It's not a realistic thing. It's just one of those things that people like feel scared of. Like I used to think that when I started, I was like, I don't know how I could run a YouTube channel, but I could make 5 videos about my eBay store. And then that 5 videos, I made those, and I was like, wow, I can make another video. No, I can make another video. And then like 300 videos later, I finished a playlist called like Bulk Theory. And then there was Bulk Style and all that stuff. And
so this bloke that started off like this, like did the YouTube videos where he started himself up homeless again, why not just do what he did with GTA it? Imagine instead of, you're homeless and you have to do things like, McDonald's job. Instead, you just, steal a car.
Hey, I like how this guy comes up with ideas. Look at that.
So it's the same thing he's done. And you step by step, like you start off, homeless, steal my first car. Then you're like, I had to deal with a body today.
That's cool. Yeah, I got it.
Get
Man.
arrested.
there's
It's just like
it's kind of crazy actually how content, the available amount of information we have access to has changed a lot. And even regarding some like kind of criminal content. For example, there's a show on Netflix called How to Buy and Sell Drugs Online, right? And it literally tells you exactly how to use cryptocurrency to sell things illegally and untraceably. Like
That's
they
insane.
even break down like there's a part where they start talking about fuck, what's it called? I just cursed. I'm not F. They start talking about the darknet, right? And then they're like, oh, maybe some of our viewers don't know what the darknet is. And then like all the lights go out and this big neon sign saying, what is the darknet shows up. And it just literally tells you exactly how to access the darknet and what the onion router thing is and how it works and all of that. And it's like, man, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, if somebody published this information, they could go to jail. Like, but now it's okay. Like, it's Netflix, right? Like, it's a big thing
That's a Netflix,
now, right? Like, it's crazy to me.
In the UK, we have a show where they teach you every single con used at casinos. They teach you how to do every single con that exists, and there's been series and series of it. You watch it as a kid, and they show everything. But it's a similar concept. That's it is strange. I think in the US, the only thing you're not allowed to express information out is you. Even though if you want, you can just look up research papers anywhere else in the globe and do it yourself. Also, how to refine uranium is another one of those secrets you're not allowed to know. But other than that, pretty much anything is okay to talk about in America, is it not?
Sort of. It depends. Like, I mean, if you were making a YouTube video and actually stealing cars, then, you're actually going to get arrested.
Well,
if you made a TV show and you just acted like you were doing that, it's completely fine.
Yeah.
Oh, then, so basically what you're saying is the way Andrew here is going to get away with his homeless GTA run is he just at the end of it goes, oh, it's a prank, bro. I was just making an informational
I actually
video.
own a car because I stole it.
Those stab wounds don't exist anymore, my friend. Have a good day.
That's pretty creative. I like that. Yeah.
Just a prank, bro.
All right, so back to some useful stuff for commenters. Ahmed said, as an international dropshipper, how can I open a U.S. bank account without using Payoneer? I'm talking about a real bank account without traveling to the United States. I will show you, exactly. There's a service. It costs you $500, okay? You go to something called Stripe Atlas. You can see it on my screen right here. So, Stripe Atlas costs $500, and it registers a business for a foreigner in the United States and sets up a bank account and everything. So basically, once you register a business, you use the business's identity to open bank accounts and get like tax information, pay taxes, do all that kind of stuff. And what happens is you pay $500 to this organization, and they open a C Corp corporation in Delaware, and you have a registered agent service, so mail can be sent to this address and then it gets forwarded to you, or they take photos of the letters so you can see them even as a foreigner. Again, this costs $500 for this service. Understand that technically you can do it a little bit cheaper, because like I think to register an S Corp, it's like a couple $100s a month. And a RA service is a little bit cheaper as well, but $500 isn't that much more expensive. It's not like they're charging you $500 for this service, and then you also have to pay all the registration fees. It's a flat $500 where they set the company up for you. And again, it's called Stripe Atlas. This is the easiest way that I know for a foreigner to open a bank account in the United States. Again, this doesn't just get you a bank account, it gets you a business identity, which you can use to get, like, you could hire employees through this, you can do a whole bunch of things. That being said, maybe there are ways to open a bank account without creating a business, but considering you're a foreigner, that means you don't have a social security number, so you don't have a U.S. identity. So the bank account needs to be in someone's identity. So your alternative options are working with people who have U.S. bank accounts that aren't you. Like you have a friend or a family member. Those are the only ways that you could get a U.S. bank account cheap. And out of curiosity, why not use Payoneer? Because Payoneer literally gets you exactly what you want. But maybe there's something else to it.
Well, Payoneer may have changed their policies. I don't know, but
So a couple years ago, Payoneer and PayPal did have a clash, right? So if you tell PayPal that you're adding a Payoneer account, they won't let you. So you literally just say, I'm adding a U.S. bank account instead. You just have to change the way that you word it. There's also a verification process you have to go through where you receive a certain amount of money from a business account. And that's doable. And it's kind of different depending on where you are, but
what's your business type? Is it a LLC or a sole proprietorship?
I'm not a good example, but yeah, I'm just a sole proprietor. I'm completely suable. Not that I have anything to take, which is what my protection is. Like I pay rent and I have nothing, so I'll be more motivated to fix that once I start actually like saving money and working more. And
oh yeah, you need it. Yeah, you need to keep it separate. Yeah.
It's also a little bit inconvenient to sue somebody if they're not in the country. Depending on where they're registered, like there's some situations where you need to actually hand the person something or like get
it makes it harder.
Is that why the American government invented drones?
A drone over.
What is Payoneer? Is it just a bank setup service?
Virtual.
I'll explain it in a second. Let me write a comment here real quick.
No worries. Amin left us before I realized his name wasn't Anime. So, well, I had realized I just hadn't got to apologize yet. So, for the rest of his life, he has to bear with some Irishmen just calling him Anime. If you're there, Come back at me.
Come on
I'm
back.
sorry for being a mean to you. I'm the worst. Just trying to hold off for Jack here. There we go.
Okay, so Payoneer. Let me go to the website for the people who are watching the live stream. Oh, I need to look at the live stream comments. I haven't done that. Payoneer is a service that allows people overseas to access money they earn online. So as a US person or a UK person, you're kind of spoiled a bit. We are kind of spoiled a bit because we can easily access money in PayPal accounts. This is because our bank accounts and our credit cards link directly to our PayPal accounts. So we can transfer money right out of PayPal directly into our bank account. And as a US person, you can get a US PayPal business account and then get one of these things that I have right here. Oh, I don't have it with me today. Oh, no idea. One of these things. And that allows you to literally withdraw money from your PayPal account right out of an ATM in any country where American accounts are accepted, which is like any country that uses the US dollar. And a lot of countries in Latin America use the US dollar in addition to their actual currency because it's more stable. So we have a lot of options. We can access our money on PayPal really easily, whereas people in these countries like Nicaragua or in Morocco, they can't easily get the money in their PayPal account. They can get a PayPal account and they can receive money in it, but it's hard for them to get that money into their bank account. So what Payoneer does is it allows people to send money to the Payoneer account, and then they send you a debit card to your country that works in your country's currency. And in addition to that, you can get a U.S. bank account. Once you have a U.S. bank account, you can call PayPal and be like, hey, I want to link my U.S. bank account, even though it's actually a Payoneer account, to PayPal. Once you do that, you can then transfer the money from your PayPal account into your Payoneer account and then pay it. So you lose a couple percentages every time you transfer money this way, but it literally is a solution for a lot of people all over the world who can't easily access funds on their PayPal accounts.
That's pretty neat. Thank you for the explanation. I think that pushed through everything. A question about it. So it's a service that allows individuals in countries that can't immediately access their bank accounts in easy ways to be able to use PayPal. How's it going to me? I'm sorry about earlier. You don't ever have to forgive me. I'll accept it, but you might have to tolerate me for the rest of this call.
I mean,
so,
what can we help you with? I think he froze.
Maybe getting a tripod for his phone so he can be in this call with.
Wow.
All right, that's right. I need to look at the live chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something
Aminé's
that wasn't
responded in the live chat. Oh, nice. There's like no comments.
Oh, okay. I thought
there was something on that to-do list that should have been there, Jack.
Huh? What?
From earlier, the top 10 distributors.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about that.
I'm glad I'm getting a Jack reference.
Jamie is your daily reminder.
Well, he actually basically assigns my tasks on a weekly basis at this point. Yeah, anything I've been programming is as a result of Jack's influences. Because I don't I'm just a programmer. I didn't know drop shipping at all. So I've been
looking into image recognition programming. I'd like to find somebody to talk with because I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I'm pretty sure it's already out there, but I don't think I probably want to discuss it though over, live
Public
like
live
this.
stream?
Yeah.
For what it's
Okay.
worth, ideas are worth nothing.
It is true. I mean,
Application is the only thing that matters.
camera inside a golf ball that stabilizes the image by just taking a picture frame every 360 rotation, and you use it for live streams during golf tournaments. A software solution that looks at every house and assesses if they're valuable more for windmills or solar panels, and if they're ever being marketed either offensive product, you send them a message in and say, no, we'll go in. These ideas are just worthless, completely worthless. And you just keep issuing them out. But anything that contains image recognition, I'm certainly interested in. Machine learning, I went to the University of Ulster, which is the head researching for cognitive analytics, which is neural networks. We don't call it neural networks, though, in Ireland, because we're not pompous. But in the University of Ulster and stuff, they're doing really advanced research into like prosthetics and stuff, and that all flows into image cognition or the cognition and stuff. So I'd be certainly interested in hearing your concept, Andrew, but another time, I guess.
I encourage you to talk about it, Andrew. I highly doubt that you will be in a situation where you talking on this live stream leads to any complications in your future, especially because the most views any of these live streams get is like a couple hundred over the next couple months. Although this one has a title about free giveaway and stuff, so maybe it'll get a little bit more, but these live streams don't get much attention. Like, I'm gonna go double check real quick to just verify that. But I think this is like the 9th one, something like that. And the most views is like 200, 300 maybe.
So, well, if Andrew's uncomfortable sharing a link, it's fair enough. We all sign NDAs right now. I feel like it's someone in the chat though that would be the risk, wouldn't it?
Well, the other day, or I was about a couple weeks back, I was sitting, just relaxing in my car, and I noticed this couple, they have a shaved ice cream business, and they were backing it up next to my parking spot, and they had the icon, the Instagram icon on their trailer, and they also had the URL, the .com, where you can look up their website, for their service, their shaved ice service. And it just hit me. I was like, wait a minute here. Now, what if down the road, you could just take your phone and you could take a picture of that icon, not the Instagram icon, but your own personal business icon. You could just take a picture of it, and it would send you to the product or service of the page on the web page
Like a CAPTCHA.
that they're trying to advertise.
Do you know what a CAPTCHA is?
Yeah, I do.
So
Yeah.
a CAPTCHA
it's probably
accepts
the
a
same
logo instead of a black square box. That's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it would be a logo instead of a caption.
Honestly,
Google-
that technology already,
It does, yeah.
like,
It does exist.
It's a great idea, though. Google provides captchas that you can alter the aesthetic stuff, so they don't have to be black and white. They can be like pink, blue, whatever, and you can also put framing around them. But ultimately, it's the squares that's the important reference for the data points it uses to bring you to a website or to a product. The idea is great, though. I was thinking you're going to go down the road of like the system would automatically go through Google Maps images and like find every URL and every icon that there has been and use that to get a
Jamie
list
thinks
of
really far down the road.
Yeah.
He sees the big picture.
That's good. That's nice.
Appreciate that one, Jack. That's
Sure.
So I want to
Yeah.
address something Ahmed said in the chat. He said, I have problem with organizing my time. I have in Udemy more courses. So he has a lot of Udemy courses that he's already paid for. Can you advise me something about that crazy monkey mind that wastes time, because I have 14,000 courses on his Udemy account, and he wants to
Wow.
learn and invest his time. So that's one of the reasons Udemy is popular, is because people like to stockpile free courses. But I'm mad. So this is the same thing that we talked about earlier when Andre asked about how to come up with ideas. What you have to do is look at those 14,000 courses that you signed up for and identify the shortest ones first, okay? So find like 10 courses in that list that you have signed up for that are only like 10 or 15 minutes. You know, you don't need to spend multiple days to finish them. Just identify the shortest courses in your list, in your Udemy account that you've already acquired, and then make a list of them. And just tell yourself, like, okay, when I sit down, I'm going to work on this, right? Like, have it next to your computer or wherever you work. Like, I always have a working list, like always. And I don't necessarily always cross everything off, because eventually I run out of space, because there's so much opportunity and stuff to do in this world. But you just need to like work with yourself and not be too harsh on yourself. Like, understand that you're saying you have a monkey mind. Our whole society is like this. All of us struggle to pay attention for more than like a minute.
I'm
And even
so
a minute
bored.
sometimes is like, oh my god, this is taking forever. So just find the 10 shortest courses in your list and then just watch those courses. But make sure that you find those 10 courses, then go do something else. Don't work in it in the same headspace. You want to make sure you are identifying the courses you want to take, and then leave, go have breakfast, lunch, what I need to eat, do something, and then come back and take some of these courses. And again, pick the shorter courses. Don't be like, oh, I could totally do an 8-hour course. For what it's worth, I've never in my life taken an 8-hour course. I sell an 8-hour course. I've technically watched the entire course in separate occasions, but I've never gone through in one sitting and even watched my own course.
Oh, that would be intense.
Yeah, that would be intense.
You can't absorb all that information in that amount of time anyways. So it's a good 20 or 25 minutes to learn something is incremental. I mean, that's enough time.
Yeah.
Humans can't maintain focus on anything for more than 40 minutes. And even then, it's an extent to push. They will eventually divulge in their mind, and then they may reassume attention, but it cannot maintain for anything surpassing even an hour.
Yep.
How do you eat elephant? One at a time. Starting with the toes.
That's a good analogy, an elephant.
I've
yeah.
seen an elephant brain in a tank when I was a little kid, and it was like, holy shit, they're so big. It was freaky. It was like this big.
Wow.
They're giant.
What did one goldfish say to the other one
What?
in the tank? How do you drive this thing?
You're crazy.
Andrew likes your humor, Jamie.
Courses. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
In regards to the courses, what fills the 14,000? That's just a ridiculous sum to me. So you just find lots of free courses and sort of fill them up. I think that's one of the issues, of course, with something that gives you lots of free content is it ends up being worthless. Like Linux, for
you're
example.
talking about courses and you use the number 14,000, but I didn't catch.
Oh, I was asking Ahmed, what do most of the courses consist of? Like, what are the 14,000
Okay.
maintained of?
Here, you should probably send a chat.
So,
1 second.
I will.
Hey, I can share the chat now because there's no coupon codes. By the way, if anyone watching this video wants a free course, you can just find the frames earlier in the live stream. You can find free coupon codes if you watch a lot of this video. You just got to dig through it. Amine! He waved. Yes.
Yeah.
Jamie had. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Well, for anybody watching, I gotta end this in 10 minutes. So we got 10 more minutes.
Yeah, I gotta get on out of here too.
That means that this was a 2-hour live stream, wasn't it? Wow.
Yes.
So, Jack, important question. How do you make millions and millions of dollars without putting in any effort?
Hmm.
10 minutes, go.
So,
the whole solution, step by step.
1 second. I'm sharing courses with.
One tedious step at a time.
Yeah.
There's a man who had an entire plane of metal. He has a condition where he desires metal, but he just had it piece by piece by piece.
Yeah.
You get through it eventually.
What's that saying? Rome was not built in a day.
It
Nothing
was built
complicated.
remarkably quick.
Started complicated.
But having multiple streams of income though is a very I think that's something to shoot for.
Yes. I mean, I find that not only can you work the streets, but you can sell food during. You can go home, or you can maybe sell rent there. So, you get your partner, you get food from the meal and whatever STDs you get. So it's really a win-win-win scenario.
My wife and I, we've talked about a lot of places we can go to visit, and we do YouTube videos on about. Hopefully, I can go back to Leyte. That's basically where where she lives, and my kids, and which is not too far from Tacloban. And I have to fly into Cebu and then take a ferry. So there's a lot of content, to do videos about.
Limitless content.
What's that?
Limitless content.
Yeah.
You can literally run location-based. So, little snippet, by the way. Location-based videos on YouTube usually do pretty well. So, for example, like, I have videos where I'm like, oh, I'm in Managua. This is what Managua's like. I have videos where I'm like, hey, I'm in Wheeling, West Virginia. This is what it's like. These kind of videos tend to do better because people will watch a video if they're passing through an area, or they have a friend from the area, or if they're going to travel there later. So, like, personally, like, one of the biggest opportunities that I am aware of for me as an individual is knowing that I can make content about Nicaragua, and literally one business is one video. I can have as many videos as there are businesses in this country, which is limitless. Like, never run out of places to go to. Even if I'm just staying in Managua, I could have hundreds of videos about the different places to eat, the different places to shop, the different markets to go to, all of that. And like, I could essentially never run out of content. Like, technically, yeah, there is a finite number of businesses, but businesses are stopping, businesses are moving, businesses are being created. Like, it's location-based videos tend to do pretty well, especially because, like, if you are bringing traffic to people, then these places can pay you. They could be like, oh, you get a free dinner with us if you make a video, where we'll say, and if you get big enough, people will pay your airfare and your hotel fees for you to come and make a video about a place. So, like, I've met and, like, looked into the eyes of people who travel the world completely free.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Wow. Man. Well, I gotta go. So it's nice meeting you both, Jamie and Jack. Well, and maybe hopefully the next time I can do this again. But it was definitely fun.
I look forward to making millions off of your idea. Bye, Andrew.
Oh,
Not an idea.
heck
I was
yeah.
pleasure meeting you, Andrew.
Yeah, I gotta answer some questions. See you,
All
man.
right. Yep. See ya.
Join next time, okay? I
Yeah,
usually
sure,
do these
I
on
will,
Fridays,
man.
but I was traveling. And so I'm gonna start doing one of these per week where I give away courses I'm making for free. Because then it works with the engagement because people have to actually like join and do something to get the course for free. But then I also do a stream every Friday, which is usually tomorrow. But I might be changing that to Saturday. I'm not sure. I'm trying to do 2 live streams a week and then do less YouTube content. But I don't know. I always say that I'm going to not do as much. And then I like 2 days ago, I felt like making a video saying that I was going to like stop making content for a week or two to figure myself out. And now I have 5 videos I haven't published that are each 30 minutes. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think I could separate myself from YouTube.
That's good. That's something that you enjoy doing, and that and yeah, if you don't like doing something, you'll just move away from it. You just don't want to. It becomes a forceability.
Yeah,
So,
it's true.
anyways, so
It was a
yeah,
beautiful day.
See you, Andrew.
and this is not a sponsor,
You like Pepsi more?
huh?
You like Pepsi more than Coke?
Oh man, I've cut back on sodas. I used to drink a lot of sodas,
I don't drink
and
soda
so
at all.
now, yeah, so I'm drinking a lot of water. I've lost a lot of weight from not drinking sodas.
Yeah, soda is just a waste product. It's ridiculous
Yeah.
that everybody drinks it. It's literally a waste product with water that's basically free to make, and we fucking pay money for it. And it's bad
What do
for
you-
our health. It doesn't even get you stoned or anything. Like, what?
What are you drinking over there? What's your favorite beverage over there?
It depends. Like, I drink a lot of water. Honestly, I used to hate water, but I live in a tropical country, so you can't stop drinking water. If you get, it only takes like 2 hours to get dehydrated. Like right now, I'm a little bit dehydrated because I just had 1 cup of water in the beginning of the call, and I haven't had any water. That's how quick you get dehydrated here, and you can see my face is shiny because it's sweaty. But there's a lot of drinks. It depends. Like, if you're talking about non-alcoholic drinks, then there's a lot of fruit juices here because it's tropical, right? So there's mango juices. There's Kalala, which is passion fruit. That's my favorite juice. But I'm kind of spoiled a little bit because the people I rent from have a maid, and she comes in every night and then makes like fresh squeezed juices and puts like a big vat of them in the fridge. So like one day it's passion fruit, the next day it's like melon, the next day it's mango, actually she never makes mango, so I think my landlords don't like mango.
And we got buku juice over here. Most of our relatives, they'll climb up the tree and they'll bring down the coconuts that they're not ripe yet. They're fully green, and they'll crack them open, and they'll have the juice inside, and they'll shave off the
Yeah, with a
inner
machete.
husk. And you'll have a big cup of nothing but shavings of the slimy coconut shavings with the coconut juice.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's here too. People walk around the streets. So I don't know if you guys have seen how coconuts grow on trees, but it's like in a bundle, like grapes, basically. You know how grapes are on a vine? Coconuts grow the same way. So you can cut the vine off and then just have a bundle of like 20 coconuts. So people will like lug them on their back, and they have a coconut or a coconut thing and a machete. And so they walk around. They're like, "Oh, you want a coconut? Boom, 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 boom." And then you buy it for like $1 or something.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm out of here. Nice meeting you, Jamie.
It was a pleasure meeting you too, Andrew. Have a great day.
You too. Nice seeing you, Jack.
You as well, man. Ciao.
Hope to see you again.
So Ahmed has a question before we end the stream, and it is, Jack, last question. Okay, I'm Arabian and I want to talk English like natives. What is your advice? So it's all about practice, to be honest. And like in a perfect world, you would move to a country where there's English speakers, or you would travel there and you would be around English speakers. That's the easiest way to learn. However, that's also really expensive if you're living in a country like Morocco. So what I encourage you to do is focus on learning 1,000 of the most common English words. When it comes to learning a language, you don't need to know the entire language. Even like I'm fluent in English. I don't know a whole bunch of English words. There's plenty of words that I don't know anything about. Oh, you live in Egypt. Okay. I just assumed you were living in Morocco. But so if you can find English speakers to hang out with, that's good. There's a lot of services that can hook you up with English speakers. If you have a smartphone, you can get an app called Duolingo. And this makes it like a video game. So, one second. Duolingo. It's free, so that's really encouraging. Otherwise, focus on learning 1,000 English words that are most common, okay? I can send you a list of 1,000 common English words in a second. Most common English words.
There is as many people in the Zoom as there are people watching.
Yeah, I think they're all the same. Everybody, check this out. So this link that I just showed you, Ahmed, is a list of 1,000 of the most commonly spoken words, and it shows the Arabic word and then what it means in English. If you study this list and you know all of these 1,000 words by heart, you can be conversational in English. You don't have to learn every single word in a language. You just need to learn the most common ones. So one way you might be able to do that is by taking 10 of these per day and studying 10 every day. That's really simple. Maybe you just spend 1 minute on each. You only do 10 minutes each day. After 100 days, you've learned 1,000 of the most common words. It's really important that you get these common words established because they are the ones that most people use. All right? Wicked. All right, Jamie. I'm still down to chat, by the way. I just need to get some food and, like, get off the computer for a minute, okay?
No worries, Jack. We'll also probably have like someone on mic and stuff later. But thanks very much for your, it was good talking to you as always. Thanks for answering everyone's questions here. Got answered, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Good job. What a service you're doing, Jack. Enjoy these live streams.
Yeah, they're fun. I like them too.
Last knock and Tikio Man, we're chatting. Sorry, what were you saying there?
I was saying I like the live streams as well. They're fun.
But I'll not take any more of your time, Jack. I'll head off too.
All right, everybody.
Oh.
Ciao.